What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. We're back again. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields the second. You guys are locked in on your dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the energy. Y'all know where my body be. You feel me? So let's get into it. This game is still going on right now, but the night is still very much young for me. I got things to do after this. So we're going to get into it right now. Let's really just have this conversation. All right. While the game is still running, there's like a minute and nine seconds left. Eagles really won this game 29-10, but nonetheless, Keely Ringo made it a game or decided to make it interesting. You know, let me say this real quick. Before I start to dissect this game, before I start to give you guys my perspective on this thing, I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Keely Ringo is awful. He's awful. And I probably shouldn't even be wasting my time on this, right? It's one play in the game. But Keely Ringo just turned this game from a 29-10 game to a 29-18 game. Keely Ringo is fucking awful. like, bro, all you got to do is stay in phase. I'm not even trying to sit here like your job is the easiest. But all you got to do is stay in phase. That's all you had to do. Stay in phase. Stick to your technique. You gave him a mulligan. It's ridiculous, man. But outside of that, man, got to give credit where credit is due to the Commanders. They tried their best. They had their second string and third string quarterbacks out there. They are a mass unit. The Washington Commanders literally gave the Eagles their best shot. They gave the Eagles their best shot, and frankly, it wasn't enough. You ended with Marcus Mariota. He's old. I don't know if he tweaked the hamstring or hurt his hand, whatever it was. It looked like he hurt his hand, but he's old. He's old. He made some plays for sure. He made some plays here and there, but Mariota had less than 100 yards passing. Outside of that 40-yard Terry McLaurin catch, outside of the yak yards, Marcus Mariota was awful. He really wasn't that good. And Josh Johnson wasn't no better, right? He wasn't. So, if anything, their run game was very interesting. Chris Rodriguez Jr., he can run. I like him. He can run. other than that, man, I will say this, though. Washington made it interesting in the first half. For one, they should have never had to lead in the first half. Should have never had to lead. This game honestly should have been 13-10 heading into halftime, just based off of everything we saw. The game should have been 13-10. 13-10. But what happened? Jake Elliott missed 3 field goals. Only 2 actually counted. But Jake Elliott missed 3 field goals. 3. What the hell are they paying you for? They gave him like an extension like 2 years ago or something like that. I can't remember exactly when. But what they paying you for, Keely? What's the point? Help me understand. I'm sorry, not Keely. Jake, Missy Elliott is back. Missy Elliott is back. Missy Elliott made his infamous return. And I don't trust him. I don't trust him going into the playoffs. As a matter of fact, I actually see why Nick Sirianni said, you know what? We're not kicking that field goal. We're not kicking that extra point. We're going to run it in with Saquon. I'm not even mad at it. But Jake Elliott, a fucking disgrace. Just a disgrace. But outside of that, outside of the miscues, the Philadelphia Eagles, back-to-back NFC East champions. The first time it's been done since 2004. Dak Prescott, Tony Romo, and the Cowboys couldn't do it. Eli Manning and Daniel Jones and the Giants couldn't do it. RG3, Kirk Cousins, Jaden Daniels. They couldn't do it. Sam Howell couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. But you know who did it? The one they love to hate. The one they love to act like he don't know what he's doing out there. The one they love to act like isn't a Super Bowl champion. Jalen Hurts is your first back-to-back NFC East champion since 2004, since Donovan McNabb. Since Donovan McNabb. Let's make that clear. Since Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb is probably one of the greatest, the second greatest Eagles quarterback in history. I reserve that right to Jalen Hurts, just based off everything he's been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time. Did Donovan McNabb throw for more yards? I would have to check at this point in their careers who threw for more yards. I would have to check that. But, Donovan McNabb was more of a gunslinger. He scrambled here and there. He scrambled significantly less as his career went. But Donovan McNabb holds all the records for the Eagles from a passing perspective. Now, whether Jalen Hurts passes those is beyond me. We'll see what happens 5, 6, 7 years down the line. But the reality is Jalen Hurts led the Philadelphia Eagles to back-to-back NFC East championships. It hasn't been done because the division has been so competitive. I don't care what anybody says. You don't impress me. You don't impress me when you have a light division and you just going up against scrubs for the most part. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles, that is, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders, formerly the Redskins, the Washington football team. It's been a competitive division. Now, the Eagles should have won the division actually 3 consecutive years. But 2023 happened the way it happened. Regardless, though, this year, 2025, the Eagles are in the playoffs. They're officially, at worst, going to be the 3rd seed. They may jump to the 2nd. It all depends on what happens tonight. If Chicago beats Green Bay, then the Eagles jump to that 2nd spot. No, actually, I take that back. There's a chance they may be locked into the 3rd spot. It all depends. Like Chicago and Green Bay, you don't really know who you want to win. Maybe you want Green Bay to win. That's probably going to give you the better chance because you own the tiebreaker over Green Bay. You probably want Green Bay to win. You own the tiebreaker over them. Chicago already has a game lead or half a game. What is it? I think Chicago has a half game lead or a game lead Yeah, it's a half a game. So the way I see it, you got the tiebreaker over Green Bay. That's who you're going to be watching. You probably want Green Bay to win this game. So that way Chicago doesn't get to 11 wins, further cementing their position as the second seed. You actually want Green Bay to win this game tonight, believe it or not. Because you don't own the tiebreaker over the Packers. I'm sorry, over Chicago. You own the tiebreaker over Green Bay. Right now, Green Bay is 9-4-1. Chicago is 10-4. There's a half game lead that Chicago has. If Green Bay wins, they go to 10-4-1. Chicago falls to 10-5. Therefore, Green Bay has a half game lead over Chicago. But because the Eagles own the tiebreaker, right? They likely will jump the Packers. Because the Eagles are 10-5. You probably want the Packers to win tonight. You got a better chance at catching the Packers than you do the Chicago Bears. That's your path. That is your path. Chicago wins, they go to 11 wins, 11-4. That's going to be without reach. You're going to need them to drop 2 games in a row. I doubt that happens. But Green Bay, because you're on the tiebreaker, they win. They could very well lose another game, right? That's all. That's pretty much what it is right now. That's pretty much what it is right now. So we'll see how it goes. Jalen Hurts has officially 4 consecutive seasons with double-digit wins, 5 consecutive seasons making the playoffs, 2 consecutive seasons winning the division. Had a very, very, very good game tonight, all things considered. You know, Jalen Hurts, he was actually very accurate tonight. Let's do some quick math. Jalen Hurts, 22 for 30, 185 passing yards. If you adjust it, 178 passing yards. Not bad. You had some short fields with the turnovers and, punts and whatnot. But he averaged over 6 yards an attempt. He got 2 passing touchdowns, right? A 111.1 passer rating. Let's see here. Completed 73.3% of his passes. So, Jalen Hurts, so far so good, man. I think Jalen Hurts was clean tonight. Outside of that little fumble that he scooped up, I think Jalen Hurts played a very clean game tonight. He made it happen with his legs. He scrambled, got out of dodge. He operated well in the pocket, was only sacked twice. Let's see here. Had 7 carries, 40 yards, averaged over 5 yards a carry. Longest run of the day, 16 yards. Then you had Saquon Barkley doing Saquon Barkley things. I think Saquon Barkley had a better game than it initially looked, because Saquon Barkley was averaging, I believe, 4 yards a carry going in halftime. He was averaging about 4 yards a carry going in halftime. Now, it looked bad because the Eagles were not winning on first down consistently. As a matter of fact, the Eagles lost they lost first down more than they won first down. That's going to be a problem if you don't get that fixed. You have to set your offense up better on first down. You cannot go up against these better teams and consistently being second and long, third and long. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So you gotta, I think that should be what the Eagles focus on. You gotta win first down. They have to really dedicate their time. They got to really dedicate their time to winning those first downs. Now, like my man said, Mr. State of the City, The Eagles were 4 for 9 on third down. That's not that bad. 4 for 9 on third down, that's 44%. That's not bad. That's solid. That's solid. Most of that came in the second half. And to your point, they also got a lot of their work done early. They had a lot of conversions on second down. The Eagles in this game had 26 first downs. 3 of them came from penalties, but 23 of them came by way of the players. 11 were passing. Jalen Hurts was dealing, especially when they had empty formation. They ran the ball 12 times for first downs as well. So the Eagles had 26 first downs. Washington had 15 first downs total. Eagles ran 66 total plays. Commanders only ran 51. Both teams had 10 total drives. That tells you everything you need to know. Eagles had 385 yards of total offense. Washington had 220. Eagles averaged 5.8 yards per play. Commanders averaged 4.3 yards per play. That's not that bad. But when you factor in the passing game, that's not that good. It's okay to average 4.3 yards per rush, but 4.3 yards per play, not good enough. Eagles averaged almost 6 yards per play. Eagles had an adjusted 178 passing yards in the air. Jalen Hurts threw for 185, though. 185 gross. He threw for 178 net. The Commanders threw for 130 net yards. Marcus Mariota, not good at all. 95 yards. 95 yards. Eagles were more accurate. Both quarterbacks were sacked twice. Eagles over 200 yards rushing. Commanders only 90 yards rushing. They had their spots where it looked really good. But for the most part, Eagles defense did a very phenomenal job throughout the duration of the game. Also, Marcus Mariota getting hurt, Josh Johnson coming in. I mean, both quarterbacks weren't really that good. Marcus Mariota had some spots. Again, Marcus Mariota had one pass that went for 40 yards. You take that away, he only threw for 55 yards. Marcus Mariota wasn't good. He just had some explosive sprinkled in there, but he wasn't good. He wasn't good. Eagles were 3 for 3 in the red zone. Eagles did benefit from some penalties. The play of the game, though, Jalen Hurts, third and 15 from the goal line. He drops back, climbs the pocket, scrambles right, finds Dallas Goedert in the end zone. Great catch by Dallas Goedert. Very solid throw by Jalen Hurts. He lost the spiral towards the end of that pass. The ball lost its spiral, but Dallas Goedert maintained focus and secured the catch nonetheless. But Jalen Hurts was converting. But things would get cold once they got to the 50-yard line. But for real, Jake Elliott has to make those kicks. You got to make those kicks, Jake Elliott. As simple as that. You got to make those kicks. Fumbling on the opening kickoff, unacceptable, Will Shipley. That cannot happen. You're better than that. I've never seen you do that before. Tighten up. Eagles dominated time of possession. 34-07 to 25-53. Josh Johnson turned the ball over. Cooper DeJean caught an interception. Yeah, dagger, another one. Great point. And then he had that screen to Debo. Listen, let me look at this real quick. Let me go back to the box score. Because I'm looking at the longest plays, right? McLaurin had a 40-yarder. Debo had a 20-yarder. Treylon Burks had a 24-yarder. But 60 yards on 2 passes for Mariota. 60 yards. He threw for 95 total yards. 35 yards on his other pass attempts. Mariota went 7 for 14. 7 for 14. 60 yards came on 2 of those passes. So basically, 5 out of 12 passes, 35 yards. He wasn't good. But let's get to the Eagles running game. Let's talk about that real quick. Saquon Barkley, 21 carries, 132 rushing yards, had that spectacular 48-yard run. He also had that really strong 12-yard touchdown run as well. Saquon averaged over 6 yards a carry, probably his best rushing output outside of the Giants game, right? You want this running game to rebuild its confidence. That's back-to-back weeks. You ran the ball pretty strongly. And again, Saquon was having 4-yard runs there, 5-yard runs there. Unfortunately, he did get stifled on first down, but that's on Cam Jurgens. That's on the interior. I saw Cam Jurgens get his ass kicked one too many times tonight. Seriously. But they didn't quit on the run. Schoolboy, you're absolutely right. They didn't give up on the run. They stuck with it. And you get the win. You dominated this team in the second half. You dominated this team in the second half. You scored 22 unanswered points in the second half. 22 unanswered points. Make sure I got that right. $22 unanswered points, and then they got that garbage time 8 points. Didn't really matter. But Saquon, 21 carries, 132, 6.3 average, 1 touchdown, longest run 48 yards. Jalen Hurts, 7 carries, 40 yards, averaged over 5 yards a carry. Longest run of the day, 16 yards. Ting Bigsby, 4 carries, 37 yards. Longest run of the day, 22-yard touchdown, average 9 yards a carry. Bigsby has to get opportunities, man. Has to get opportunities. A.J. Brown had a very strong first half. A.J. Brown ended the game. Nine catches on 12 targets, 95 receiving yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception. Longest catch of the day, 24 yards. Devontae Smith, 8 targets, 6 catches, 42 yards, averaged 7 yards of reception, a touchdown. Devontae dropped the touchdown too. Let's make that clear. Jalen Hurts dropped a dime. And Devontae couldn't snag it. But thank God they were able to sustain that drive, and Jalen Hurts helped him redeem himself. So I give Devontae Smith credit for being able to weather the storm in that regard. Same thing with Jalen Hurts. You overcome the drop. You get yourself in better position, and you find Smitty for the touchdown on the right side. Boom. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it whatsoever. You redeemed yourself. Things happen, but you can't drop that ball. That Jalen Hurts should have had a touchdown catch right there. He should have had a touchdown catch right there or a touchdown pass. But nonetheless, he got the touchdown on the same drive. So he didn't miss out on nothing. Dallas Goedert, 3 targets, 3 catches, 32 yards. Probably the biggest catch of the day, the 15-yard touchdown. Jahan Dotson had a couple catches that were pretty crucial. His longest catch of the day was 6 yards, but one of them was for a first down, I believe. So, Zack Baun, 9 total tackles, 3 solo. Jordan Davis, balled out of control. Once again, Jordan Davis is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. I'm telling you that right now. Nick, let me see. Miss Fanny says, Tone, do you think Nick out there? Do you think Nick put the players in jeopardy going for 2 points unnecessarily, and that fanned the flames for the fight? Well, first of all, Fanny, putting the players in jeopardy. I see your point, right? Just kick the field goal. I totally get it. But I'm also a disrespectful motherfucker. I'm also disrespectful. So, going for the 2 points, Jake Elliott been missing his field goals. That's your excuse. Jake Elliott has been missing his field goals. You don't trust him right now. I'm not mad at it. You know, I don't care about Washington's feelings. I don't care about the Commanders' feelings. S. Blunt said, wait, Tone, they say you didn't like Jordan Davis. Hey, S. Blunt, don't get me started, bro. Blunt. I see what you're doing. Blunt. Stop it. I'm not taking the cheese. I'm not taking the bait, Blunt. Okay? Take it easy. You my OG, triple OG. You know what I mean? I put a lot of trust in you, all right? You know what my position was. And you trying to get me going. I'm not going to take the bait. No, sir. Not me. All right. Let's see. My dad is in the building. Antonio DeShields Sr. You know what I mean? This really the big tone right here. You know what I'm saying? This really big tone right here. This is big tone. Like, you know, this really the bull right here. If y'all think I'm an Eagles fan, my dad is a psycho. He's a psycho. And I mean that with love. You know how I carry it, big dog. He's right. BG is a legend. 3 sacks in 2 games. Go Birds. Let's get to that, right? Let's really get to that. Like I said, Jordan Davis, 6 total tackles, 4 solo, 2 tackles for loss. Phenomenal game by Jordan Davis. Phenomenal. Did you see the way he was shedding those blocks? He really got that goal line stop. He really did. The ref should have blew that whistle. But it is what it is. Cooper DeJean, 5 total tackles, 5 solo, 4 pass deflections, had the interception. Adoree Jackson. Outside of that 40-yard play where he got beat, outside of that, you know, he actually wasn't that bad. But he did get beat a couple times. Let's call it what it is. Byron Young, another game with a sack. Byron Young, 3 total tackles, 2 solo, a sack in the TFL and a quarterback hit. Reed Blankenship, 3 total tackles, 2 solo. Moro Jomo, 3 total tackles. Jalen Hunt, 2 total tackles, 2 solo. And 1 quarterback hit. Let's see here. Nakobe Dean went down with a hamstring. So we're not going to see Nakobe Dean into the playoffs. We also don't know. We also don't know how serious. We don't know how serious his hamstring is, but it looks like the Eagles erred on the side of caution. You had Jahai Campbell out there. Jahai Campbell, he's not as good in run defense. You saw that. You saw that. That's not to say Jahai Campbell didn't play well. He had a solid outing, but he's not as good as Nakobe Dean in run defense. I think that's clear. I think that's clear. The way Nakobe gets into the run fits, you know, I think Jahad is probably as good, if not better, in coverage. But Jahad, you can see the difference in the run defense on the second level. You can see it. You can see it. But eventually, you know, Jahad, he's going to get better at that. It's no big deal. He's going to get better at that. Let's see where we are. All right. Brandon Graham, like I said, man, Brandon Graham had a sack today. A sack on his second play of the game. Brandon Graham, he was getting pressure, getting to the quarterback. He has 3 sacks in 2 games. 37 years old. Come on, man. Quinyon Mitchell, 2 pass deflections, had a very solid outing whenever he was covering Scary Terry or anybody else. Nolan Smith had a quiet game. He did have a quarterback hit, though. He did have a quarterback hit. I'm curious, though, they gave Byron Young that sack, but I don't know if it should go to Nolan because he tripped him. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But Cooper DeJean with the INT again. Jake Elliott, 0 for 2 from field goal range. He missed a 47-yarder and he missed a 52-yarder, I think. Made all his extra points. But, yo, I don't trust him. So, you know, there were some guys who statistically had a quiet night, but if you really watch that game, that D-line was those guys are flying everywhere. They were flying everywhere. And you guys are right. We got to call him Missy Elliott from now on. Missy Elliott. Make sure you guys smash that like button, by the way, right? Hitting that like button is so important. I really do appreciate the love and the support. It means a lot to me. We got over 200 people on the live stream. Smash that like button. Make sure you guys are locked in on the content, man. We're probably going to be here for another 10 or maybe another 15 minutes. It all depends how you guys carry it. So, again, make sure you guys stay locked in. Let me check my text messages, see what my man doing here. Marcus, my man Marcus live right now. Let me send my man a link. Let me just check his temperature, man. Let me just check my man Marcus' temperature. See if he want to hop in. Let's see. Right. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, boom. All right, let's see if Marcus joined this joint. That's my man. Matter of fact, LB was at the game. Let me send this. Matter of fact, where LB at? I gotta find out where my man LB at. LB called me while he at the game. My man was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" LB got nervous. LB got nervous. That shit was hilarious, bro. He had to call me. My man was in the box suite. All right, man. Let's get to some of these super chats. I appreciate y'all for locking in. All right. Who we got? We got Michael McClain. My guy, my OG was good, Mike. He says, I believe this team finally coming together. That fight was a good thing. Yeah, man. Tyler Steen was throwing bows. Tyler Steen. Who else got ejected? Tyler Steen and Fred Johnson, I think. Tyler Steen was like, yo, who you playing with? Yo, it got critical. So, I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed that fight, man. And I'm glad they got the 2-point conversion on him. I'm glad they punched him in the mouth. I wanted 30 points. We really should have had 35 points. But Missy Elliott strikes again. And I hate that we calling him that because Missy Elliott is a queen. Missy Elliott, the musician, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Missy Elliott, she's a queen. She's a queen. I hate that I'm using her name in vain like this. I hate it. But it is what it is. Jake Elliott is officially Missy Elliott. Officially. Let's see here. All right. We got another super chat here. Where are you? J62 Moon in the building. He said Jordan Davis over Jalen Carter. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Hey, Jay, I know Jordan Davis is having a phenomenal season, and I'm not going to take nothing away from it, by the way. Jordan Davis is having a phenomenal fourth season. Phenomenal. Yeah, he's having a phenomenal fourth season. This is his best season by far, and he has really come alive. He's really, really come alive. I love what I'm seeing from Jordan Davis. He's stopping the run. He's getting pressure. He's getting tackles for loss. He's getting sacks. Jordan Davis has been phenomenal for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Jordan Davis actually leads the league in run stops. He leads the league in run stops. Let me make sure I got that. Let me make sure I got that stat right. Jordan Davis leads the NFL in run stops at the line of scrimmage. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Stops. I gotta find that stat. Who leads league in run stops? Regardless, though, Jordan Davis has been phenomenal. Y'all, think about it like this. Just wait till Jalen Carter comes back. When Jalen Carter comes back, It's going to get spooky. Because we haven't really seen this D-line at full strength. You added Jalen Phillips, right? And when Jalen Carter and Jalen Phillips was playing together, that shit was spooky. But Jalen Carter being out, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, Byron Young, right? Then you got BG playing D tackle on the interior. Like, the fact that they've been able to be this dominant in the trenches and Jalen Carter has been resting with the shoulder, that is phenomenal. So again, I love what Jordan Davis is doing, but Jordan Davis isn't the pass rusher that Jalen Carter is. It's just different. It's just different. Jordan Davis is balling. Let's not even play. He's balling. But like my man S. Blunt said, there are levels to this thing. There's levels to this thing. Let's not act like we don't know who Jalen Carter is. Let's not get cute, Jay. let's not get cute, Jay. You my man, though. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. Really appreciate you. All right, we got another super chat here. I'm not doing okay right now. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, Jake is officially washed. You just hate to see it. Yeah, he's cooked, bro. He's cooked. He really didn't have a good season last year. He just turned it up in the playoffs. Jake did not have a good year last year. He did not have a good year last year, but in the playoffs, he was sturdy. That's the only saving grace he has. Now, listen, Jake Elliott, 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, he always came to play in the biggest games, playoff games, Super Bowl. Jake Elliott is probably going to go down. I still think David Akers is better. I think David Akers is better than Jake Elliott. I think David Akers on this Eagles team, come on, yo. David Akers, bro. Jake Elliott can't even sniff David Akers. Like, Jake Elliott is good, and he has the playoff stats. He has the Super Bowl rings, but he's not better than David Akers. Game on the line, I'm taking David Akers every day of the week. I'm sorry. But Jake has the Super Bowls on his resume. He has the playoff production and the numbers on his resume. I gotta give him credit. I gotta give him credit for that. He earned that. And because of the Super Bowls, he probably will go down as the greatest kicker in Eagles history. But he damn sure wasn't the best. He was not the best. He will never be the best. He will go down as the greatest, the most decorated. He has 2 Super Bowls under 2 different head coaches, 2 different franchise quarterbacks, 2 different offenses, 2 different defenses. He has the accolades. He's been clutching the playoffs. I give him that. He's greater than David Akers, but better? No, he's not better. He's not better. David Akers, I hardly ever seen that man miss. Hardly ever seen that man miss. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion, man. But you guys are right. Jake he did the same thing last year. But when the playoffs started, he turned it up. Justin Long with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you. All right, let's see here. Justin Long says, Tone, the only negative, Jake Missy Elliott cost us points. Shaking my head. He got to go, Tone. You got younger guys who are way better. Jake is washed. Yo, for sure, bro. Isn't it crazy that we discovered Dicker the kicker? We discovered him in 2022. We discovered him. We put him on the map. And now he's making millions with the Los Angeles Chargers. We discovered Dicker the kicker. And he was money for the Eagles when Jake Elliott was hurt. I think he kicked the game-winning field goal, did he not? But you're not going to replace him at this point in the season. You're not going to replace him. You know, believe it or not, there's a lot of routine, a lot of trust that goes into the special teams and whatnot. And special teams did not play well today. Well, in particular in the first half, but Special teams was not good today. But maybe you think about Jake's replacement going forward. How old is Jake Elliott, as a matter of fact? Let's see. All right, Jake Elliott, he is 30 years old. No way he should be missing like this. He's only 30. And it's not about power, it's accuracy. And they kept pulling right. I mean, left. Every missed kick looked exactly the same. They all missed exactly the same. They all pulled left. They all pulled left. And the wind wasn't even blowing like that. Dagger with the super chat. Thank you, my man. He says Jihad Campbell is more so Zack Baun's replacement than Dean, in my opinion. I think so as well. I think the long term, well, it depends how well Zack Baun is playing, man. If Zack Baun is playing well, we'll see. But that is on par with what how Howie Roseman moves, right? He paid Zack Baun. Zack Baun, I think, is like one of the highest paid guys at his position, maybe second or third highest paid, whatever it may be. Jihad is a guy you're developing. Jihad is on a rookie deal. You have no reason to rush your decision making. But Nakobe Dean is going to be a free agent after this season. So Nakobe Dean, somebody's going to want to pay him. I think Nakobe Dean priced himself out of Philadelphia. That's the part people got to realize. Nakobe Dean likely priced himself out of Philadelphia. Back-to-back seasons playing on this level. Now, because of the injuries, people may be hesitant to give him long-term money. That may be the only in the Eagles may have when it comes to negotiations. Nakobe Dean has had an injury history. He just went down with a hamstring. We have no idea how serious the hamstring is. I want to believe the Eagles are just erring on the side of caution, wanting to sit him down. Playoffs are about to start. Let's not force it. Let's not force it. He could miss a week. He could miss 2 weeks. We don't know. He can miss 3 weeks, 4 weeks because of this hamstring. They're so unpredictable. But Nakobe Dean, because of the injury history, the Eagles may have leverage when it comes to the field. But somebody is going to need a linebacker. Somebody's going to pay him. I think somebody's going to pay him. Somebody's going to pay that man because he's a good player when healthy. But I dagger. I think Jihad is definitely more so the style of Zack Baun. But Zack Baun is really good in run defense as well. Regardless, though, Jihad just has more learning to do. You know, I don't think Jihad is going to be fine. He's a young player. He's still fantastic at what he does. But he just has a little bit more developing to do, and it's totally okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. Trenton Wright with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, man. He says, if I watch Steen do the head turn one more time, I'll scream. Steen, Jake Elliott and Patullo need to be canned before playoff time. Other than that, good game. Yo, Tyler Steen earned my respect tonight, man. Tyler Steen earned my respect. He was like, yo, let's have it. Let's have it. They tried to chuck my man Darius Cooper. They tried. He tried. Big Dog 5215 says he's having a better season than JC ever had, though. And he's getting double teamed and making plays. Slow down, Big Dog. You're incorrect. Slow down, Big Dog. Slow down. Slow down, okay? I know Jordan Davis is having a great year. And I'm not going to sit here and shit on either of these players. I'm not going to do that. I refuse to do that. But Jordan Davis is having the best year he's ever had. But Jalen Carter, his rookie year, 6 sacks, 8 TFLs. Let's see here. Like, Jordan Davis this season has 4.5 sacks, 7 TFLs, 6 quarterback hits, has 6 pass deflections. 6 pass deflections. Matter of fact, let's just bring it on screen, okay? Let's bring it on screen. We don't got to argue. Let's just bring it on screen. All right. All right. Here we go. I'm about to show you guys Jordan Davis' stats here because Big Dog 5 believes he's having a better season than JC ever had. That's just not accurate. Michael Jordan job says you were critical of him though, Tone. I'm not doing this again with y'all. I'm not doing this again. I don't have the energy to do this. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. Give me a second. I'm not explaining myself when it comes to that again. I just don't have it in me. So here we go. Right? Jordan Davis. Let's go to his numbers this year. Okay. Jordan Davis in 2025, 14 games played, 4.5 sacks, 59 total tackles, 7 TFLs, 6 quarterback hits, 6 pass deflections. He also has the blocked field goal for the touchdown, right? He also has the blocked field goal for the touchdown, right? Okay. Okay. So 4.5 sacks, 7 TFLs, 6 pass deflections, and the blocked field goal. Okay. Keep it in mind. Now I'm about to show you Jalen Carter. Okay? Because you need to understand that what Jordan Davis is doing this year, Jalen Carter has done it already. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you guys got to understand what you're actually talking about. You still got to know what you're talking about. You can't just be talking. You can't be prisoner of the moment. You got Jalen Carter. When he come back, we know who Big Dog is. Let's not even act funny. Let's not even get cute about this. So, all right, let's bring this on screen here. All right, Jalen Carter. All right. Jalen Carter. Obviously, he's dealt with injury this year. So we're never going to talk about this year. But even in only playing 10 games, 6 pass deflections, 2 sacks, 4 TFLs, 11 quarterback hits, right? Let's go to 2024 when he was second team All-Pro. 2024, 4.5 sacks, 12 TFLs, 16 quarterback hits, 6 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles. His rookie season, 6 sacks, 8 TFLs, 9 quarterback hits, a fumble recovered for a touchdown, 2 forced fumbles. What are we talking about? And on top of that, let's not forget in the playoffs, divisional round last year, Eagles versus Rams, Jalen Carter won the game. Back-to-back plays. Blowing up the center. Back-to-back plays. Blowing up Matthew Stafford. Jordan Davis is having a phenomenal year. Let's not get cute, though. They both are phenomenal talents. Jordan Davis is finally hitting his swing. He's hitting his swing. Big Dog 5 says JD been getting double 78% while doing this third most in the NFL. What do you think Jalen Carter is getting? What are you talking about? What do you think? Yo, all right. It's no reason to continue that. That's just a waste of smoke, a waste of energy. That's just nah. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. Jordan Davis having a phenomenal year, but the Eagles know who the guy is. They know who the guy is. Dagger. With the super chat. Let's see here. All right, we got action. My man is in the building. Marcus in the building. My guy. Hey, listen, Marcus, man. Before I read this super chat, actually, you know, let me read it first. Okay. He says, you might game plan for JD. I'm talking about Jordan Davis. You made game plan for Jordan Davis. You pray Jalen Carter doesn't decide to destroy your guard and center his confidence for the rest of the season. Listen, we're talking about thank you for the super chat, Dagger. One of my viewers is trying to imply Jordan Davis is better than Jalen Carter. I know Jordan Davis is having a phenomenal year, and I would never disrespect that and take that away from him. I hate that we're even having this conversation. I hate that we're even wasting time on it. But he took it a step further and said, because look, I'll give you Jordan Davis having a better year. Jalen Carter's missed games, all that kind of stuff. But he took it a step further and said Jordan Davis has had a better season than Jalen Carter's ever had. Is having a better year than Jalen Carter's ever had.
I disagree.
And then he took it a step further and said, well, JD's getting double teamed 78% of the time. Well, what do you think, Jalen Carter? What do you think?
Yeah, that's because Jalen Carter's out, bro.
What do you think? What do you think gonna happen when Jalen Carter come back? What do you think gonna happen?
Did ask that guy? Did he go to Georgia? Is he a Georgia alum or something?
I don't know. Big Dog 5215. I don't know. But both of these guys are Georgia players. It don't make a difference. Like,
yeah, I don't understand that. Jalen Carter
was
arguably the best player on our defense last year.
Like, look, S. Blunt was like, listen, it's levels to this thing.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Jordan Davis done went Super Saiyan. I'll give him that.
Like, he's having a phenomenal season.
But
I don't want to compare these guys because they complement each other very well, Marcus.
They do, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't say Jordan Davis is better than Jalen Carter because Jordan Davis didn't come right out of the gate and become a game plan. Jalen Carter was a game plan right out of the gate. We got to stop this kid. Right out of the gate, he was like that. Jordan Davis took some time, and he had to get his fitness together and cardio together and get the weight off, and he had to go through his struggles. Now he's at the other side now. Now he's becoming a primetime player again, while Jalen Carter right out of the gate was making it happen. So we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, man. We're gonna have to. And like again, Jordan Davis is having a phenomenal season. Phenomenal. He's been doing it in run defense. He's been doing it getting pressure, and he's been shedding his blocks beautifully. I mean, tonight he just looked like the best player on the field defensively.
Yeah,
he stood out. He popped off the page. He popped off the screen.
Absolutely.
But just to put some context again, Jalen Carter's only played 10 games. Jordan Davis has played 14. Here's just this season, right? I'm not even going to go back to previous seasons because there's no competition the past two seasons. No competition from a production standpoint.
Right.
But even though Jalen Carter has only played 10 games and Jordan Davis has played 14, listen to this production by Jalen Carter. No, let me give you Jordan Davis first, right? 14 games played. 4.5 sacks. And again, for a D tackle, if you're a D tackle averaging 4, 5, 6 sacks a season, you're elite.
Absolutely.
You're elite. D tackles aren't your sack getters. They stuff the run, and typically they clean up once the edge guys deliver pressure. But your D tackles aren't your prototypical sack getters. Aaron Donald, and guys like, legends like Reggie White, they changed that narrative. But Jalen, your D tackles are not sack getters, but nonetheless, Jordan Davis this season, 14 games played, 4.5 sacks, 7 TFLs, 6 quarterback hits, 6 pass deflections. He also had the blocked field goal for a touchdown, right? So he gets credit for that. Absolutely. Save the Eagles bacon. All right. Now let's go to Jalen Carter stats. Only playing 10 games. 2 sacks, 4 TFLs, 11 quarterback hits, and 6 pass deflections. So he has the same amount of pass deflections as Jordan Davis in less games. He has more quarterback hits in less games. Jordan Davis edges him out with 2.5 more sacks and 3 more TFLs. So, I mean, let's not get cute here. I get it.
I don't even like arguing about this.
Neither do I. I hate that I give it this much.
We just won the NFC East.
I know. As you came in at a weird, you hopped in at a weird time.
It's all good in the hood, bro. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
I apologize to you. You deserve better than this conversation.
This is. This is not on my purview right now. I'm
Exactly.
just happy. We got through this. We only had one injury. You don't know how serious it is with Nakobe. Other than that, let's see what Green Bay does, and hopefully that can strengthen our position. Because are we going to be in a situation where we can sit guys for 2 games? I don't think we will.
No,
but
no.
You know, I'm trying to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
That's a fumble, bro.
You definitely want Green Bay to win this game because right now Chicago has a half game over them. If Green Bay wins, they'll reclaim that 2nd seed spot, and they'll only have a half game over Chicago. But you don't want Chicago to get to 11 wins. That makes it more difficult for you to get to that 2nd seed.
Right.
So if Chicago loses, Green Bay wins, both of those teams have 10 wins. At that point, Chicago would have 5 losses. Green Bay would have 4 losses, but they got that tie on there. Eagles own the tiebreaker over Green Bay.
Right.
So you would need Green Bay to lose. You would need Green Bay to win this game and lose one more game. And then you got the 2nd seed. But right now, they bottom out at the 3rd seed. If that's what it is, it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. You know, you're coming off of a Super Bowl victory. You were the number 2 seed last year, won the Super Bowl. You went through a lot of ups and downs, trials, tribulations this season. Injuries on the offensive line. You end the season 12-5, and you're the 3rd seed. You won 14 games last year. You were the 2nd seed. I'm not mad at the way this season went when you zoom out.
No. My only concern
is first down.
It's still Jurgens and Dickerson.
Yo, Jurgens was getting his ass kicked again, bro.
You notice I'm gonna do a video on this. I'm gonna do a film study on this. All of the good runs by Saquon, he was making people miss behind the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
That 48-yard run
should have been a loss.
Out and broke somebody's ankles 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So this run blocking is still suspect. Tank Bigsby still bouncing outside. And the long run where he scored.
He was like 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He started outside and they over pursued, then he cut it back. So we're still not hitting the hole where it's supposed to go. And I don't understand why Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni aren't just go ahead and designing plays for that. Saquon missed a bounce outside that I was like, oh my God, you got to be able to see this. Mm-hmm. So that's my only thing that's concerning, because on my stream, I had a couple of people complaining that we got too conservative trying to run out, and like in the 4th quarter, trying to run out that clock. I was like, no, we didn't. We was trying to run the ball, but our interior blocking is still trash.
Awful,
that's the issue. That's the issue. We pass block adequately. We still run block like trash. Mm-hmm. And it is killing us. And I don't know what Nick Sirianni is doing with the tush push. I don't know what he's doing. Stop being cute. Just run the damn play.
Like it's really.
I would still protest that they're not jumping off sides. Anytime you go in super duper slow motion,
you're gonna see it.
You're gonna see it. And this is what I try to tell people. When the center hears the snap, if it's on 2, when he hears that second hut and he begins to physically move the ball, everybody else on the line of scrimmage don't have to wait until he moves the ball. They heard the hut too. So they're going to move. Their body's going to move. Their heads are going to move before he gets that ball off the ground. That's reaction time. That's not jumping off sides. I think they cheating a little bit by just automatically calling that off sides because you put it in slow motion mode and see who moved first. That's BS. Mm-hmm. And that's a little bit disingenuous on how they controlling that. But at the end of the day, you know, Jalen's still trying to run up the middle. He's not sliding to the left anymore. And it's like, you're going to have trouble like that. So I was like, if you're on the 1 yard line, why are we trying to fake a tush push? Just run the play. Give it to Saquon up the middle and let him either jump over the pile or let him try to grind through and get a 1 yard touchdown. I don't care, but we shouldn't be trying to draw people off sides on a tush push.
Just run it in. Yo, yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, what are they trying to? You at the goal line, just hike it.
There's no benefit in trying to do that.
In my opinion, the longer you wait with that play, the higher you increase, the higher the likelihood that you don't want to give them a chance. You don't want to give the refs a chance to stare at that formation.
The goal line should be a quick snap. Should be a quick snap by the center and the quarterback, and try to catch the defense off guard. But at the end of the day, we won it. We in, and we ain't got nothing to worry about. All we got to do is stay healthy right now. So, but I just wanted to pop in and say what's up, bro. We NFC champions. All my Dallas fans, if you're gonna be mad by yourself. Y'all drank that Kool-Aid again. But guess what? It's Christmas time. I tell you what I'm gonna do. All my Dallas fans, I'm going. Me and my wife are going up to the Columbus flea market tomorrow. Ooh. I will look for a VCR so y'all can watch the highlight tapes for your last Super Bowl. All right,
dog. Cool? You know they probably got the old radio broadcast on 8-tracks. You know what I mean? Or cassettes. You know it's
whatever it takes, bro.
Overall though, before I let you go, man. Again, I appreciate you for taking the time out. I just want to get your perspective on this game. What was your thoughts on Jalen Hurts' performance?
I thought Jalen Hurts did what he needed to do. He was efficient. In my estimation, he only missed one throw, I think.
AJ Brown
maybe two. The one AJ Brown's couldn't get it. I think what he was trying to do, there was a linebacker in the zone.
He tried to drop it in.
He tried to drop it in, and I think he tried to change the throw mid throw. And I think he tried to take some off of it, and it kind of ducked over there because it wasn't a very good throw.
Yeah,
if he was the one that Dallas got it either.
Yeah, if he would have
but he got enough on it. And Dallas Goedert went up on that one. That was beautiful.
Dallas Goedert climbed the ladder on that one because
that was beautiful.
When he threw that ball to Dallas Goedert, it was spiral. It lost its spiral mid trajectory, and you've been calling that out recently.
Yeah,
you've been noticing that
when his arm gets hit, and he can't because anytime it's just like shooting a free throw. When you shoot a free throw, you don't shoot it like this. You don't shot put it. You follow through. So when you throw on a football, you got to follow through. And sometimes he looked like he shortchanged it, or maybe somebody got his arm or something like that, and it immediately came out of duck. But he got enough on it to get it to Dallas. And Dallas went up and got it. That was a beautiful catch.
He probably should have tried to lead AJ a little further up because nobody was back there.
Right.
If he would have let him up, that's a touchdown. Yeah. But AJ ran the route where he ran it and he just dropped it in. He had pressure on him. But I think Jalen Hurts had a pretty clean game, man. Completed 73% of his passes, 22 for 30, 185 passing yards, averaged over 6 yards an attempt, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, no turnovers. He had that little fumble, but he recovered that, thank God, because if he falls, all I see is red jerseys right there.
Yeah, and that was kind of the defensive guy got lucky because he wasn't trying to do that.
He wasn't
bottom tip of the ball.
He literally hit the nose of the ball.
Yeah,
just the nose.
He hit the bottom tip of the ball, and because he had 2 hands on the ball, Jalen did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had the 2-hand monster going.
It happened.
BG, man, this dude.
He got 1. He couldn't get 2.
BG still though 3 sacks in 2 games.
Yeah.
Yo, dog.
Phenomenal.
He's eating on that interior.
Yes, sir.
And it kind of makes sense. If you put him on the outside, you kind of increasing the amount of real estate he has to cover.
But you know what? It's so funny because that kind of lends to what BG can do because BG's technique when he gets to extend his arms, when he extends his arms on you, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
He got you. And you're going to go whichever way he wants you to go.
Yeah, man.
So, BG is phenomenal.
Yeah, real quick before you go, last thing. What we gonna do about Jake Elliott, man?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. We gonna live or die with him.
Facts, man.
But it is what it is. At this point, it is what it is. What do you want to do? You're not gonna replace him.
Of course not.
And you just, once again, everybody get a turn. So we just gotta chalk it up to him having a bad day because in the big scheme of things, he's had more good days than bad days. So let's just hope that the good days come back before we get to the playoffs. That's all we got to do.
Yeah, man. Another thing that stood out in this game, Jalen Hurts is running on the ground, right?
Absolutely.
I don't think they really ran. He had one design run that really wasn't really that impressive. But the other ones were more so scrambles and just getting out of dodge and climbing the pocket and so on and so forth. I mean, 7 carries, 40 yards, average over 5 yards a carry. Those were crucial runs he had. His longest run of the day was 16 yards. That's when that offense is really, really at their best. When he's just taking what he's seeing. So yeah, Jalen Hurts, 225 yards of total offense, 2 passing touchdowns. Good game, clean. Completed 70% of his passes clean. You dominated the second half. You scored 22 unanswered points. And what's up with Keely Ringo, bro? Keely Ringo, man.
What do you want me to say? We knew it.
Dog. Why he got to why he be flailing like that?
The first play. It's the first play. Keely, listen, I had to go back and verify this. I had to go back and watch his combine tape. Keely Ringo at 6'2" and whatever he weighs ran a 4.3. He is big. He is physical. He has got he's not quite elite speed, but when you his size and run a 4.3, that's damn close. Elite speed is 4.2, 4.29 and below. But if you in the 4.3s at 6'2", at 10 pounds or whatever he is, you a specimen, man. But for whatever reason, that joker cannot turn his hips to save his life.
Yo, all he can do is stay in phase.
Inside, outside, and guess what? What do you think they did when they first got that long ass play to Terry McLaurin?
Adoree Jackson,
on Adoree Jackson, knew it was coming, and then they tried to motion him and shift him into positions to be on Adoree. They were trying to exploit him.
They tried,
and everybody else was going to do the same thing. Buffalo's going to do the same thing.
Of course.
So I'm not worried about Keely Ringo because he ain't going to play
unless. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I can see them putting in Jacorian Bennett before they put in Keely Ringo.
Absolutely.
Or what's the kid? Or moving Cooper DeJean to the outside and moving what's his name? Michael, the guy they got from the Jets. Michael, what's his name? What's the corner they got from the slot corner they got from the Jets? They traded for him. It was around the time they got Jalen Phillips.
I forget.
His name is Michael Carter. Yeah, Michael Carter II. So yeah, I can see them moving Michael Carter in the slot and putting DeGene on the outside. That's probably the only if Adoree ever gets hurt, because again he's an OG. You never know. So we'll see, man. But Marcus, as always, man, I appreciate you. Make sure you guys go lock in on Pro Fan Talk. Again, Marcus does a phenomenal job, not just on Pro Fan Talk, but does a phenomenal job on the Bald Eagles podcast. My partner in crime, my ace Boone Coon, man, my co-pilot. You dig me? Shout out to Marcus, man. Marcus Thomas, former Eagles running back, all-time leading rusher for Eastern Kentucky University. He was a tank in his day. He was a tank.
I had skills, bro.
you did okay, right? You did all right.
But you know what though? We NFC champions, bro.
Yeah, man. NFC East champions, man. That's a big deal, man. Consecutive years. Dak couldn't do it. Daniel Jones couldn't do it. Eli couldn't do it. Romo couldn't do it. Kirk Cousins couldn't do it for the Washington football team.
I can't wait to do my stat so I can tally up all of the passing yards that are watching the game from home.
RG3 couldn't do it. Who else they had?
Last one to do it was McNabb.
Sam Howell couldn't do it.
Yep.
Rex Grossman couldn't do it. Did they have Rex Grossman at one point?
Who, the Eagles?
No. Washington.
Was Rex Grossman with what? I can't remember.
That's gonna wreck my brain.
I don't remember, but guess what? We got it. If y'all gonna be mad, y'all be mad by yourself. See y'all in the playoffs. Enjoy your trip to Cancun. Hope you got the deluxe package. Hope you got the presidential suite.
2010 and 2011, they had them. All right, Marcus, my guy. As always, I appreciate you, man. You enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy holidays to you.
Same to you, bro.
We'll figure out how our week will go. Given the fact that Christmas is this week and all that kind of stuff. We'll figure it out. Other than that, man, you enjoy the rest of your night, my guy. Much love.
I'll let y'all later, man. Go Birds.
Go Birds, man. Shout out to Marcus, man. Always does a phenomenal job. All right, you guys. We are going to get out of here. Let me get to this final super chat. I still got somebody I didn't get to. Excuse me. William Robinson with the $50 super chat. Let's let this simmer a little bit. William Robinson, 1973. Thank you for donating to Chalk It Up Sports. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly at all. You know, you took this out of your Christmas piggy bank, man, and you put it in mine. So thank you so much, William Robinson. Thank you so much. I hope you got your Christmas shopping out the way. You know what I mean? Hope you took care of the kitties. You know, hope you took care of your peoples. You know, so William Robinson, man, thank you. Let's get to what you said. He says, this was a terrible game by special teams and Jake Elliott. Jake is bad at the left hash kicks, but hopefully he can be clutch in the playoffs. Again, JD and JC played two different positions, folks. Both different players and are ultimate competent together. Agreed. They do two different things. Jordan Davis has just elevated his game to new heights, and he looks fantastic. He's in fantastic shape. He's become a fantastic leader for this team. I think Jordan Davis is a better leader than Jalen Carter. I'll give you that. I think Jordan Davis is a guy that people follow, a guy that people listen to. They see the hard work he's put in to transform his body. They see the work ethic. They see the consistency. Jalen Carter could learn more from him in that regard. But you're right. Jake Elliott has been bad this year, like he was last year, but he turned it up in the playoffs. Hopefully he does that. And JD and JC, they are yin and yang. They are you know, they're Mario and Luigi. You feel what I'm saying? They're Scorpion and Sub-Zero. You dig me? Like, so these guys, they put in work. They're Liu Kang and Raiden. They both put in work. We know what it is. We know what it is. So let me get to these other super chats real quick, y'all. You guys are phenomenal again. Miss Linda Washington, thank you for the super chat, ma'am. She says, I was hoping that Ringo was not put in the game at all. Then Commanders got a touchdown. Do the Eagles have a backup kicker? Nah, no team has a backup kicker. If you lose your kicker, you're going to find somebody off the street. No team is wasting a roster spot on a backup kicker. But trust me, they're not going to take Jake Elliott out. He's tenured. He's played too many playoff games for them to just give up on him. But I'm with you guys. They got to start thinking about the future beyond him. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Ringo should have never saw the field. KLS Eagles with the super chat. Thank you. He says here, weird game by Jake Elliott. 3 missed field goals. Wow. But you're right. He lucky only 2 of them counted. But 3 missed field goals. But anyways, we are NFC East back-to-back divisional champions. Go Birds, Tone, and Marcus. Man, KLS Eagles, thank you so much, my guy. You're phenomenal. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family. Man, playoff bound. At worst, we're going to be the number 3 seed. At best, we could probably sneak the 2nd seed. I think that number 1 seed is out of reach at this point. But you never know what happens, man. You never know. The NFL is a strange place. It's a strange, strange place. Thank you for the super chat, KLS. All right. Darth Panda with the super chat. He says Eagles need to go get a kicker and put him on the practice squad. Oh, man. That's a good point. That's a good point, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Again, you guys were phenomenal, as always. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to Pro Fan Talk. Subscribe to Chalk It Up Sports. You feel what I'm saying? Your Philadelphia Eagles dominated the Washington Commanders. I repeat, your Philadelphia Eagles dominated the Washington Commanders on their way to securing back-to-back divisional championships. Eagles, they're now 10-5 on the season, 5-3 on the road, and they still own the tiebreaker over some key teams. So we'll see how this thing plays out. Jalen Hurts, very, very, very strong performance, very clean game. Saquon Barkley, explosive runs, was steady most of the game. We got to put him in better situations on first down. I put that on coaching, and I put that on the offensive line. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert were money when it mattered most. Jahan Dotson had a crucial catch in there as well. Defense, BG gets a sack. Byron Young got a sack. Jordan Davis played phenomenally. Zack Baun played phenomenally. Jahad Campbell came in and pinch hit for Nakobe Dean, played well. Moro Jomo played well. Cooper DeJean with the pick. Quinyon Mitchell was locking up guys. Got to get credit where credit is due, man. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Wait, you guys said Jordan Love got hurt? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. No. No. Jordan Love got a concussion. He's not coming back, bro. Oh my God. No. But they called roughing the passer. Oh, oh my God. No. Oh shit. That's not good. That's not good for our overall prospects. Who's their backup quarterback? Mike, what's his name? What's that kid, man, from Liberty? Damn. Damn. All right, man. Malik Willis, that's what his name. All right. All right. Let's get out of here, y'all. Again, I appreciate y'all. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II. You guys have been locked in on your dose, your post-game edition, your NFC East Championship edition of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game, and this flag was fly. We out, y'all.